Welcome back once more to the channel, and today we're doing something much more affordable, cooler, and also a 7-seater for some people want something much more practical and easy to live with as well, which is this, the Grand Creta. And yesterday I'll be showing you, telling you, and also, well, some interesting facts about this car as well. I'm Junior, and you're certainly watching Junior on Cars. Today we're doing the Grand Creta, and yes, for people who don't know, the Creta does have a Grand Creta, and yes, it does have a different look compared to the normal Creta, especially the front end as well, which we'll be getting into in a few bits. But let's start off with the statistics of this car. Well, you get obviously a petrol variant and also a diesel version, which has a 1.5 liter 1.5 liter 4-cylinder engine with 84 kilowatts and 250 newton meters of torque. You do get only an automatic version in the Grand Creta, or if there is a manual version, I'll put it right here. But in the normal Creta, I do think you get a manual version, but like I said, I also put it here at the bottom. But I do know one thing, you do get variant versions of this. You do get an executive model and very variant of it as well. And speaking of varieties, colors as well, which this one specifically is the souped up, spec'd up version with the rims as well, which look absolutely nice. I won't lie, very, very nice. I have seen the Creta, the normal Creta. The only problem I have with the normal Creta, it does have like a crash bar in front, which looks very shit. But in some sort of way, this looks very nice, which we're jumping into right now. And we start off with the front end of this, and we start off with the lights. I love the lights, look very nice, they look very different. Hyundai has really stepped up in very variety of ways with their cars, souping them up, making them look nicer and appealable to the market as well. And I love the daytime running lights, especially since they are cut off in this sort of way. I do love how they are cut off right here by the grille as well. Speaking of the grille, it does have some chrome bits in between, like some sort of spaceship as well. You do have the big embedded Hyundai logo with some plasticky parts behind it as well. Speaking of plasticky parts, just like every single modern day car, it does have a small closed bonnet, or let me say grille part, which the top half part of the grille is closed and the bottom is fully open. Obviously, for some sort of reason, the radiator is very important as well. But for style preference, I just prefer it being fully open right here to give much more of a quality feeling as well. Speaking of quality, yeah, this does lack a lot of quality because the whole grille is plastic. As we all know, the bumper is also plastic. It's not fiberglass, it's not carbon fiber, it's full on plastic as well. And also, since I was talking about the lights looking absolutely nice, I do love this as well. You do get the LED lights inside with the indicator strip over here, and also this is a light as well, it's part of the LED light. But I hate the fact that they cutted it off with plastic as well. It does give much more of a cheapy feeling as well. You do get this gloss black part as well. And speaking of this gloss black part, it does also go through the whole grille as well to make it look much more appealable as well. And speaking of appealable, it does also have bottom lights as well, which make it look very nice, and this color makes it look super nice in every single way. If it was in a base white color, it would have been looked very simple and basic as well. But this color is also a very base color, but it looks much more better than if you have white overall. And also the bottom part does come with nardo gray or gloss gray or whatever. Unfortunately, since it's also a modern day car, it does come with a bit of a fault, which I hate so much. The plasticky bit at the bottom with black, yes, it does have a bottom black part, which is like a splitter, I think. This is a full-on plastic. And also over here, and like I keep on saying in every single video of mine, plastic bumpers, if you have some ceramic coating or whatever coating you use for them, over time they do happen to end up looking like this, which you might think, well, it's dirty or not, but it actually fades away the color of the bottom bumper. But as we jump into the side in this direction, it does look, like I said, very nice. You do get the plasticky arch line look, which is probably tucked in. I would say it looks tucked in because the tire does look a little bit wider out, but the bottom part does have, it looks like it has a little bit of a negative camber because the bottom part of the car is, the bottom part of the rim or tire is slightly out and the top part is inside, so it does have like a little bit of a negative camber. But besides that, even the length of this car, it does look long enough. And Speaking of long enough, this actually has 7 seats. If you don't know, this is not a 5-seater Creta. This actually is the grand version with 7 seats, which make it very affordable. In some sort of way, is affordable, but also in some sort of way is very good for family use or business use as well. Business trip Junior 101 as well. And also the handles are very big and also very big for people to see, and also easy to use as well. And inside there, it's a bit of a hidden gem of interior as well, which we'll be jumping into in a bit as well. But the mirror caps, yes, this is what I call a perfect mirror cap in some sort of way. The mirror cap is supposed to match the exterior. I hate, unfortunately, that the bottom part is plastic. It would have been better if it was like gloss black or something, but this plastic bit does give a bit of a cheapy feeling, because also the plastic mirror cover as well does give it much more of a cheaper feeling. But I do love the separated gloss black. It does give much more of an exclusive and very executive feeling, because this is the executive model, to be specific, with the 2-liter engine, not the 1.5 that you get in the normal diesel version. This has the 2-liter 4-cylinder engine, obviously because this is the petrol variant. This is the petrol variant, so you do get different sorts of engine options as well. The wipers, plastic, there's no sort of way to say it is plastic, but they do wipe off, they do their job anyway. But the mirror caps, very annoying. You do get a sliding, or let me say, a strip for the indicator. It does look very quality. But let's jump into the back, which does take a little bit of a longer time. And before we do, you might think, well, this is a switchable rail. No, it's not. It's actually a plastic rail that just looks like you can, but you can add a canopy on top to put maybe some extra luggage or something. And I do love these modern day stuff, which is a shark fin aerial. It looks super nice as well. And since it's a 7-seater, you get a rear view, you get a rear window. You get a rear window for your 7-seater friends in the back as well. You get a push filler cap, I think, from the inside, and also, like I said, the handles as well are very good. This one is not tinted, so it does look very nice as well. I love the gloss back look. It looks absolutely nice. It does give much more of an executive feeling. It does stand up to its name. Unfortunately, you do get plastic around the arch line to the bottom, and this nardo color as well, this gray color as well. And speaking of gray these rims, yeah, absolutely nice. Star rims look so nice on these. They look like what are these Japanese not daggers, you know, those 3-point things that they throw around Japanese people or Chinese or whatever they do. This look nice, and I love the gloss black part of the badge and the Hyundai in chrome as well, which gives much more of an expensive feeling as well. And as we step into the rear, this car, even from the rear, it looks absolutely nice. I love the lights. The lights are a big step up to the normal Creta. I wasn't a fan of the normal Creta's lights. I just feel like Hyundai could have done better. They could have fixed some points, and they did with the Grand Creta, not Grand i10. With the Grand Creta, I love this spaceship looking lights. They look super nice with the indicator and also the reverse lights. So it's a highlighter part as well. This part and this part are for daytime running, obviously, and you get the Grand badge just right there in the side of the car, and the Creta in the middle, and also you get a gloss color with the chrome running through it as well, with the chrome badge as well, and a plastic wiper, unfortunately. And if you're the driver of this car, please know how to drive. This is a 7-seater. It's not something that you can easily park. Obviously, it does eat up some space, so you have to be very smart with what you're doing. And also, since this is the 2-liter variant, you also do get more power compared to the 1.5 engine. And the 1.5 engine, to be specific, does have more fuel capacity, which is 66.3 kilometers over 100. So it's very good. You can actually go far wherever you want to go with it. It's very good. Like I said, the bottom part, plastic, but also it does look much more better with this color as well. You do get a close part with some 2 sensors as well, obviously because it has reverse camera as well, so it does look very nice. And also it's very good features because it's a 7-seater. You do need reverse camera with 7-seaters because you need to see where you're going and park properly. You don't have to be a messy person who doesn't know how to park, as you all know, Code 10 drivers. But also the bottom part, like I said, does look very nice. Unfortunately, it's plastic, but I love the gray. It looks super nice. And since it's plastic, over time, it does begin to chip away. So you might have to obviously look after it. And also, speaking of looking after, even this part of the boot is even plastic. I mean, I don't know why Hyundai didn't just make it fully better, because even the boot itself, as you can hear, is plastic. It's not really dealable for have a crash with this, because it's going to be very expensive as well. But I do wish Hyundai didn't do this. I hate this. Hyundai could have just made it a smooth bumper. And also, I don't understand the bumps. I don't really understand the bump, because it would have been just nice, a flush bumper. But in some sort of way it does fit in, but in some sort of way it does make it feel like it was missing something. And these exhaust tips don't really go for me. I do like the highlighted part, it does look nice. And also the ducktail spoiler, it looks super cool as well. You do get a lighting as well, with the gloss light obviously there as well. But let's jump into the interior to see, does it differ to the normal Creta? Well, like I said, we're jumping into the interior. We start off firstly with the boot, which is super heavy. It feels like a cow. And also, this is my bag. So obviously my bag doesn't consume any space, but if you want to put your bag, like me, throw it on the other side, you do have space as well. And yes, you do get every single modern day car does have this plastic but part that goes all around from there until there, which is very bad if you do use this car for daily use in some sort of way. And speaking of daily use, you can also, like I said, it's a 7-seater. You can lift up the seats, which makes it a 7-seater. In some sort of way, it becomes a 7-seater. So you can carry 7 passengers, obviously. So it makes it very good. Very good if you want to use it for transportation, but very bad if you want to use it for space. I mean, this is all you have. You have your jack stand and your spanners and everything for your roadside, but unfortunately, no size for your bags, unfortunately. So you have to do one thing, which is, well, obviously, fold down the seats to have more storage. And you do get seat belts as well to obviously have your passengers safe as well. And the funny part is, even though it's a 7-seater in some sort of way, you do get 2 cup holders right there, and also some luggage and a vent as well, and a vent and a USB port in some sort of way. This is very nice and comfortable. You also do get climate controls or ventilation controls, which you can take up and down. That's the only thing your 7-seater passengers can have, with 2 vents as well. You do get a light as well, and the carpet over here is so nicely done. It's properly done. And we'll be jumping into the interior in a bit. Well, like I said, we jump into the interior now, and it does look very nice in some sort of way. Not actually in some sort of way. I prefer this over the Duster, which you'll be seeing the video in a bit as well. But as we jump into the dashboard of this, it does look very nice. I do love the color stitching as well. This is recyclable leather. If you don't know, because of emissions and also regulations and saving the planet and all that bullshit that they are protesting for, it does have to be done in this way. So also to save the world in some sort of bullshit way as well. But the top part of the dashboard is plastic. You do get this radar sensor as well in front, and for some sort of reason the mirror has its own on button, probably for sensors and whatever. But also you do get lovely vents over here on the dashboard, which ventilate, obviously they do nice. And you do get, I think this is a 8.5-inch touchscreen infotainment system with all the shifts and everything that you need to do, the volume, the voice, the controls, the volume, and also the tuning. So it's also, you can, I think, add Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, because the screen is big enough to have them all. And the climate controls are simply done in very single, meticulous ways as well. You get the knobs here for the ventilation to control the AC, which makes it very easy if you have a chauffeur or if you want to drive it yourself. You do get the hazard warning light over there, and also the controls for the rear and blah. You get this huge shifter right here for your automatic transmission as well, and review camera as well. You do get, I think, wireless charging pad at the back, and also a USB volt, so it's a 12-volt socket right there as well, or a 180-watt socket as well. Unfortunately, for people who want really quality, this does have quality in very sort of varieties of ways, I would say, because the center console right here is plastic, but you also do get an armrest, which is also plastic. You also do get this handbrake handle. Guess what? it is also plastic. And also you get a digital driver's display as well, with a analog fuel counter and also a analog water temperature or oil temperature. And also you do get the stitching, but you might think it's stitching, actually it's actually plastic. It's actually plastic. That is very disappointing. And also this is also plastic. In some sort of way they made it look like it's stitched, but it's actually plastic. I just found out now. I wasn't even aware that it's actually plastic, but now I know it's plastic. But the whole part of this is plastic. Unfortunately, I wish this was actually plastic. I do apologize for saying it's recyclable leather. It's actually plastic in some sort of way. You have your glove box right here, which is also in plastic, and also enough space. Well, technically not a lot of space, but just enough space. And also the steering wheel. Well, the steering wheel has all the functions that you need and also the accessibilities that you need to use as a driver. I do love the spoked out wheel. It does feel a bit comfortable and cheap in some sort of way, but also you do also get a heater with a chrome badge in the middle, and also some functions over there with cruise control, functions for the phones over here, and also functions for the car itself over there. You do get your indicator stop with the lights, and also for the indicator. For the wipers, it is controlled this side. You can also adjust the steering wheel. You can also adjust the steering wheel, which I'm not going to pull down because it's a bit too hard. And speaking of hard, the door, that side, is also looking like it's stitched in that very, very beautiful color, but no, it's actually plastic. Where you put your arm is actually leather. Where you put your arm is leather. As you can see, the color coordination with it is very different compared to the color that it is put there. The handle, that's also, well, it's plastic as well. And also the chrome part, it's plastic. You also do got functions, every single function that you need right there for all 4 windows, and also for the mirror controls, and everything else is there. And also you do get mid-range speakers, which means you get speakers all over, which is right there at the door. And also right there at the edge of the door, you do get an extra, I think that's a sort of like a tweeter right there for the bass and everything else to hear the perfect sound. 2 cup holders at the bottom, and also the whole door is plastic as well. And unfortunately, it does give much more of a cheaper feeling in every single part of it. And also you do get, yes, you get a sound raise with no mirror. But where's the mirror? The mirror is this side with no lighting. You have to switch on the lights to actually have more seeable parts. And also, since it's a Hyundai, in very typical Hyundai fashion, you have to have a sunglass holder as well. Looks very cool. I like it in every single sort of way. You get 2 lights over here. And speaking of luxury, well, since this is the executive model, you do get this lovely seats. They don't become very ugly over time, because obviously they will stand the test of time. And also this is proper leather done. It's very comfortable. You do have this part here, which is for the ventilation. Obviously you get your seatbelt holder as well. And these seats are manual movable. They're manual movable, so which makes it very, very good for driving in every single part of way. And the back seat, well, the back seat doesn't differ from this car a bit the same in some sort of way, because the seats and the headrests are very similar to the ones you get in the front. You do get pockets obviously right there, and you get a USB vault as well, space over there, and 2 ventilation systems as well. And like I said, you get an armrest, which unfortunately, just like every single Hyundai or every single car of today, if you sit in the middle, it's a bit tight. It's a bit tight, because your foot or your feet can't really sit relaxed as you might think. And the headrests here are very done. I don't like the stitching leather display. It does look a little bit, I don't know, not really well done. But like I said, you do get pockets. And the seats, to be honest and to be fair, they are super comfortable for a car that is a budget car. It's super comfortable. It does come with ISO fixes as well for your baby seats, as they are indicated right there. And you do get obviously a seatbelt for your middle passenger as well, and a armrest. You get an armrest as well, which makes it very nice. Unfortunately, the armrest doesn't come with cup holders, so it's a bit of a problem if you really want to enjoy a cup of tea at the back. And I wouldn't lie, if I have something like this, I'll really use it not for myself to get chauffeured in, because it does feel very comfortable and very relaxing to sit in the back seat. So with the armrest down, it does make you feel more like a businessman or a businessman woman in some sort of way. The headrest, very comfortable, very easy, but if you're tall and they're down, it is a bit of a problem. You have to lift them up to really enjoy it that much. And also, speaking of enjoy, you also do get handles right here and also lighting right here, which you can also adjust to be lit in when the car's on and whatever. And the whole seats are super nice to sit in, super comfortable. Even the back seats, even in the 7-seater, you can also sit in comfortably. But I'm sure you're asking yourself, how the hell does someone go into the back seats? Well, you obviously have to do this. You have to fold this seat down and also do this to go in. You have to open for your passenger to go in and also sit at the back. And how do you pick it up? Easy as a pie. And every single part of this car is very easy to live with, super comfortable and very reliable in some sort of way. So overall, yeah. Like and subscribe if you want to watch more videos on mine. Click on to the main channel to go watch more videos on mine. And if you want to learn more, keep on my channel. I suggest you go follow the channel's Instagram page, which is Original Cars, and also the channel's obviously activating or obviously active TikTok page, as you know, on cars as well. More car content coming soon. So there's reviews. So bye.